Do you know what is the similarity between Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, Sundar Pichai, Mr. Ratan Tata and Mr. Anand Mahindra? Apart from being great leaders, all these people are great communicators as well. Hi, this is Deevyesh Mistry. In today's video, I am going to help you with 9 proven ways to help improve your communication skills. So without any further ado, let's begin. This is the most underrated part of communication. This is non-verbal communication. So the first point here is to learn the basics of non-verbal communication. According to a study, a staggering 55% of our total communication is non-verbal communication. Yes, this means हम बिना कुछ बोले भी बहुत कुछ बोल देते हैं. Now, most people think that body language is non-verbal communication. Say suppose if non-verbal communication is a tree, then body language is a small branch of that tree. So, how to work on your non-verbal communication skills? Firstly, to communicate clearly and confidently, adopt proper posture. Yes, so during your presentations, in your meetings, or in your one-to-one meetings, please adopt proper posture. Avoid slouching, meaning don't go under your table when you are sitting on your chair. Avoid folding your arms. Yes, this gives a very bad signal. Do not make yourself appear smaller than you are, meaning most people have this habit. Like whenever they talk to anyone superior to them, they try to squeeze themselves in a particular space. Don't do that. That gives a very bad signal. Instead, use the space you are given. If appropriate, move around the space if that's possible for you. You have to over-communicate just to communicate. What does this mean? अब इसका मैं आपको एक बेहतरीन एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ. During the 90s, there was a study done in Stanford University, and this study became famous with the name of tappers and listeners. What happened was, 2 groups थे जहाँ पे एक ग्रुप को टैप करना था and दूसरे ग्रुप को सुनना था. Tapping means tapping a particular song with their shoes. अब जो टैपिंग ग्रुप था उसे ये लगा कि हम जो भी गाना बजाएंगे, whichever we tap, हमारे लिसनर्स को अप्रॉक्सीमेट 50% तो समझ में आ ही जाएगा कि कौन सा गाना है, कौन सी धुन है. एंड when the experiment was concluded, the estimation was completely wrong. The tappers initially thought that 50% of listeners would understand the tune of those songs, whereas in reality, only 2.5% listeners understood those songs. This study concludes that listeners often do not absorb as much information as the speaker or the presenter expects them to. So, in order to convey your ideas better, please over-communicate to communicate. Especially when there is a new idea which you want the other person to understand. Say suppose you are coming up with a completely new product in the market and you are pitching that product to an angel investor. Apart from giving the technical know-hows of that particular product, you will have to give so much information proactively. Do you know that Steve Jobs instituted a rule at Apple that banned all PowerPoint presentations? Similarly, Sheryl Sandberg also instituted a rule at Facebook that banned all PowerPoint presentations, because both these great leaders thought that PowerPoint presentations, meaning using visual aids, distract the audience and it hinders the presentation or the core of the presentation rather than helping it. In short, it does not allow the presenter to communicate the ideas in a better way. So, you can also try this point. Avoid using visual aids because this often distracts your audience. You can use words, you can use compelling stories, and you can also use non-verbal cues to communicate your ideas better. So the next time whenever you want to share a great idea of yours, try any of these three things because it definitely works. Just like most leadership skills, receiving honest feedback from your peers, your managers, or your teammates can help you become a better communicator. If you genuinely ask feedback on a regular basis from people, what will happen is others will help you discover those things which you might have overlooked. So, ask for feedback. Regardless of how compelling the speaker is, all audiences have a limited attention span. In one of the studies, it was known that human beings now have a shorter attention span than that of a goldfish. So, to become a more effective communicator, make your presentations and discussions interactive. How you can do this is you can ask the audience a question, or you can encourage your audience to share their thoughts on a particular brainstorming session. Or the least you can do is ask them a hypothetical question. This will miraculously help you to stimulate your audience. Try this. Start and end with key points. What does this mean? Whenever you start a particular presentation, always give a clear idea of what you are going to cover. Meaning, today we are going to discuss point A, point B, point C, then start your presentation. And towards the end of your presentation, you can conclude it by saying, today we have discussed point A, point B, point C, and this is what you expected to do. Also, you can give them a one-pager document to have a look at all those important points. Use the PIP approach. Now, PIP here does not mean picture in picture. What it means is purpose, importance, and preview. As these three words suggest, whenever the presenter starts speaking, he follows these three words. Meaning, as soon as he starts speaking, he shares the purpose of that particular presentation. Then he shares why that particular presentation or that discussion is important, and finally he shares the preview of all the points to be discussed. This framework will help you align your thoughts very clearly. Try this approach. It is called PIP. Purpose, Importance, Preview. Focus on earning respect instead of laughs. Meaning, humor is good if used appropriately and timely. A joke, if used at the beginning of your conversation, it can work as a beautiful icebreaker. It can also be used during your conversation, but it could be detrimental if used at the end of your conversation, because the end or the conclusion of your conversation should be to conclude the points discussed during that particular conversation. And people often remember what is told at the end of the conversation. And this could be your biggest opportunity to give your call to action. So please do not waste this beautiful opportunity in just cracking a silly joke. Use it wisely. Master the art of timing. Now, to give you the best example, all these stand-up actors, all these people, just like all great communicators, they have a unique ability to take pauses as and when needed, to reiterate a particular point when needed, and to determine when to move on to a new topic. They know how to create curiosity in their audience, and they know how to hold their audience. They also know when and where to end their talk. So please master the art of timing, because it's all about mastering this art. If you keep on just speaking without keeping note of time, then that would definitely go against you. Please master the art of timing. So these were 9 proven ways to help you improve your communication skills. I would like to leave you with this thought. Communication is an art of inducing your desired emotions in your target audience. So the next time, before you start communicating, ask this to yourself: which emotion do I want to trigger in my audience? Like this video if you liked it, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching this video. God bless.